Hi, good evening, and welcome to the Tahoe Truckee Unified School District Board meeting. Today is Wednesday, October 2nd. The board did meet in closed session, and we have nothing to report. So with that, let's begin this portion of the meeting. Excuse me. I swallowed wrong. And let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. All right, so we need to approve the agenda for today.
I'll move to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, thank you. And do we have any public comment for this meeting? Anyone out here have a public comment on anything not listed on the agenda? Okay, great. So we'll start with student representative reports. Do we have Sierra High here? Quinn Holland? Great.
Good evening, Superintendent Kramer, members of the board, and members of the cabinet. My name is Quinn Holland, and I'm an 11th grade student with Coldstream Alternative. We had a successful start to the school year with all of our alternative programs. We have a lot of new faces at Sierra High School, Coldstream, and Truckee River program, which we are very excited about. Staff were eager to jump right in and offer support for all students. We're excited to share that Mr. Zapata is providing daily designated ELD instruction for our students at Sierra High School this year. Students have opportunities to practice academic discourse skills and build their academic skills overall. Truckee River program has a new teacher, but she's not new to the program. Mrs. Heather was the instructional assistant for the Truckee River program many years ago. She hit the ground running and has already done a lot of amazing things in the class. The students have adjusted well to the new teacher and learning environment. There are quite a few students from Sierra High School taking Sierra College classes this semester. There are many advantages to taking college courses, including earning college credits, preparing for life after high school, and interacting with college professors and students. Our students absolutely love taking college courses. The student store at Sierra High School is up and running. Students can purchase items in the student store by using Creed coins as currency. Students can earn Creed coins by following the school's creed, which is essentially adhering to the rules and engaging in random acts of kindness. We have a new school counselor assigned to our alternative program. Mrs. Hurley came to us from ACMS and has adjusted nicely to our new role. She immediately jumped right in to help support the social-emotional learning needs of our students. She has also lined up guest speakers to present at our school on current events and preparing for life after high school. We're excited to have Mrs. Hurley as the new counselor. Mrs. Zapata's U.S. history class at Sierra High School took a trip to Donner Summit to learn about the Chinese influence on the Transcontinental Railroad and building the train tunnels. Students learned firsthand about the hard work, perseverance, and living conditions the Chinese immigrants endured while working on the railroad. Our career technician has been active so far this year at Sierra High. Sorry. Students visited and toured Truckee Meadow Community College in Reno and learned about the various college pathways they offer. Students had a blast being on college campus. Sierra High students will be attending the Construction Career Day in Reno tomorrow. This will be an opportunity for students to learn about various trades and careers they can pursue after high school. We also had Ignacio Diaz, owner of Elevated Experience Barber Studio in Truckee, visit Sierra High School to provide an overview of his business and what it takes to become a successful private business owner. Students learn about finances, business practices, and customer service as it relates to owning your own business. Thank you. That's all for tonight.
Thank you, Quinn. Okay, next up, Truckee High, and we have Kai, Adina, Lisa, and Marley. One of them is missing.
Yeah, we're missing Lisa.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening. Thank you for having us. I'm Adina Pallavi.
I'm Matthew Momi. I'm a senior.
And I'm Marley Cox. I'm a sophomore.
got it. You want to read first?
East Wing doors. We just got new privacy glass. Top of the mountain range, west of our school. All students and staff are being mindful to not allow doors to be propped open and use proper security measures. It would feel secure to move towards us having scanned IDs to check in and out of school in class. Scan in with a coach on an iPad or with a teacher or at the front office. Since everyone would have an ID badge in our current check-in and out system, takes a long time, we miss more instructional minutes that we already take when late.
Our fall AP Environmental Science class worked with North Tahoe High School, South Tahoe High School, SWEP, and the U.S. Forest Service in Blackwood Canyon on aquatic restoration and creating fire prescriptions within our forests to keep them healthy. Thank you for supporting field trips, and to Ms. Driller for driving a van and being a chaperone.
On Wednesday, we had our club rush, and we have 34 active clubs. And to prep for club rush, we talked to every club, revisiting their constitution and checked they're aligned with their mission and visions. We created a club handbook to help clubs be successful in the event planning and fundraising efforts. Students came to the gym to shop for clubs. Students had a goal sheet of what to do to accomplish the event.
Our homecoming events. October 3rd, we have Powder Puff at 7 p.m. Hope to see you all there. On October 4th, we have our football versus Lowry at 7 p.m. It's a pink out, and it starts our breast cancer awareness and donation campaign, raising money for National Breast Cancer Awareness Foundation. On October 5th, we have our homecoming dance at 7 p.m. We could always use more chaperones as well, if anyone would like to volunteer.
So we had our college and career fair. Scott Delgado meets with all students to go over our post-secondary high school plans. It's great to have someone on campus to ask questions that we don't have to pay for. Most families spend up to $300 an hour for that service. UC, CSUs, community college, private universities, out-of-state universities, regional employment organizations were all in attendance in the gym, as you can see right there. North Tahoe High School, THS, SHS, and CH were also the other high schools in the area invited.
We had soccer in the stadium under the lights twice, and Powder Pub uses the lights as well. We want to offer that the stadium uses to Pop Warner. And Truckee Elementary might need to expand for their end-of-the-year ceremony. With so many events happening in our stadium, community-wide, we'd love to have a space that reflects how amazing our school programming is.
We're hosting a safe trick-or-treating event on October 23rd. It's going to be at 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Truckee High School's West Wing entrance. All ages and all are eligible. It's also starting our canned food and coat drive at the event to have ready to supply to our local food bank for distribution in time for Thanksgiving. If anyone is able or wants to donate, please contact cdelgado@ttusd.org. That's all we have. Thank you so much for listening to us.
Thank you.
So thank you. I forgot to mention at the beginning of the meeting that President Driller is out with family, but I know she will watch the meeting after the fact if she's not watching right now, and she'll get your recognition. So thank you for giving her props. It's one of her favorite things to do. I know that. Okay, North Tahoe High School. Val and Camila. Faces from this morning. I was at North Tahoe this morning. That's why I say that.
Okay. Good evening, board members. Thank you for having us. My name is Valerie Laguna, and I'm in 12th grade.
And my name is Camila Martinez, and I'm also in 12th grade.
We are the student representatives for North Tahoe High School.
This month, we had many parent meetings, starting off with the Grit Family Kickoff meeting, which exceeded our attendance expectations. 3 Grit seniors were guest speakers at first, giving first-hand insight into their program. It is an exciting time for all our seniors because they are starting to apply to colleges, and the dream of attending college is becoming more real. North Tahoe High School is proud to have welcomed 28 new GRIT freshmen recommended by their middle school teachers, bringing our total GRIT program to 98 current students.
Next, we had our first ELAC meeting of the year. The new cabinet looks strong and attendance is high. Our upcoming ELAC meeting is on October 8th. High attendance rates are a high Laker accomplishment as we have actively learned and tried to increase our ability and capacity to implement effective, equitable, and culturally responsive community engagement practices in our NTHS families.
Our site council has had 2 meetings, and we are proud to say that half of the elected cabinet, including the chair, are students. These meetings have been highly productive and beneficial for the overall success of our student body.
The next parent-related event was a family orientation implemented as a makeup orientation for students who miss freshman orientation and/or transfer students in older grades who miss Laker Day. The main focus of this day was to tour our campus.
As a Laker family, we are grateful to all the parents who attend our back-to-school night. We implemented a new format which was more like a meet and greet. One of the new elements was a grad night barbecue hosted by student parents. It served 2 purposes. One, to provide food to the families attending, making it more accommodating, and the other, to raise money for our senior class. It was a huge success, and we will be doing it annually.
A new celebration for our NTHS campus is Coffee with Admin. This was just a concept at the end of last year, yet our administration has implemented it with full force. As students, we are proud of our staff for their commitment to our families. The program served its intended purpose, to have clear and direct communication between admin and parents/guardians.
We are having our first parent support group meeting of the year on October 14. Since last year, these meetings have been met with positive feedback and high attendance rates. These meetings help parents understand more about their student classes and how they can support them. Many parents enjoy these extra support and continue pushing themselves to help their students succeed.
Clubapalooza was last week and was highly successful. Our student body was presented with over 15 clubs to join, including the AV Club, Athletes Committed, Latinx, Art Club, and many more. Signups were nearly 15 new members per club, and we're off to a great start through events, activities, and programs. We are happy to share that the NTHS student body is highly motivated to join these clubs as they have witnessed the club's accomplishments, which promoted high spirit and awareness on many levels last year.
October is off to a great start, and we are excited to announce that we will host homecoming at Granley Beacon, and this year's theme is Enchanted Garden. Our leadership students work hard to organize decorations and plan a safe and fun homecoming night. Currently, this is our only formal event of the semester besides prom.
Our Spirit Days for Homecoming Week were decided through a new system that implements the entire student body's request rather than just the cabinet. The dress-up days are Monday being Twin Day.
On Tuesday, it's Color Wars, but because this week is also Halloween, each grade level color is inspired by a Halloween theme.
Anything but a backpack is on Wednesday. This day is enjoyable as the options for a backpack vary between a tote bag and a shopping cart.
The last day is Thursday because we do not have school on Friday, and because it's Halloween, our Spirit Day will be costumes.
We will be having our first rally on October 29th. Our students are being highly flexible as this is a new timeline format we are trying because of the delay on our football stadium. We are looking forward to new games, and our leadership class is motivated and full of high spirits as we prepare for an outstanding rally. Our band and cheer will also be performing. As an NTHS tradition, we count spirit points at the end of each year, and the class with the highest points wins the Spirit Cups. As seniors, it is our literal job to do anything and everything to stop the freshmen from getting anything but last place.
We look forward to kicking off our first and only home football game under the lights on November 1st. We will open the doors to our brand new stadium for the first time since last year. The game will be on the day after homecoming against Incline at 7 o'clock, and the theme will be whiteout.
We also had Picture Day, during which students got printed IDs of their pictures. Retakes are coming up for those students, including myself, who desperately need a new picture.
We are happy to share that on September 19th, we had a RFEP celebration for our English proficient students. These students have worked tirelessly and dedicated time and effort, which increases our pride in them.
For the first time since COVID-19, an entire grade level could join in on a day field trip. On September 20th, the juniors went to the Gatekeeper Museum and Tahoe City Dam, thanks to the North Lake Historical Society. This was a significant Laker accomplishment, demonstrating once more that admin and staff are listening to students and taking the initiative on requests and concerns.
Our government and economic teacher has allowed her AP and regular students to watch the presidential and vice presidential debates in her classroom after school. She has made the safe space for her students to watch the debates in a space where they can be away from families that share similar views, but also listen to others' oohs and wows. This has been an enjoyable experience for students who like to discuss real-life problems with peers and be able to debrief with others who can help them understand more of the topics being discussed during these debates.
Today we had our voter outreach for the history and government classes, both regular and AP. We had 4 outstanding guest speakers come in, 2 of which were representatives of 2 major political parties in this upcoming presidential race, Roxy and Stacy. One of the other guests was none other than Chris Hennessy, who gave us insight into what it looks like and what it means to have an appointed position. Lastly, we had the public information assistant from Placer County, Stacy Robinson, guide us through the pre-voter registration. This was a great way for students to engage in discussion-based learning. North Tahoe is a place where civil discourse and lively debate are often at the forefront of each conversation. In this way, our backgrounds, experiences, and values contribute to the classroom dynamic. This is something that North Tahoe has done previous years and will continue to do. We would like to thank Ms. J for these opportunities and Chris Hennessy for joining us in class.
The AP Honor Roll recognition distinguishes schools whose AP program delivers students results during testing while broadening their access to other opportunities. As students, we are incredibly grateful for all the AP classes North Tahoe High School provides and everything the teachers do during the school year to ensure our success. The advantages that taking the AP test has on our college credits have pushed students to strive for success in their academics and motivates them to try their hardest to take as many AP classes and be dual enrolled in college classes, to have a high and competitive GPA, which will increase their opportunities when applying to colleges.
As Lakers, we love collaborating with others, and we are grateful that Truckee invited us to their college fair. Our seniors had the opportunity to talk to several colleges, including many of the UCs, an opportunity we would not have had otherwise. So we would like to formally thank Truckee High for sharing their resources with our student body. We hope and look forward to working and sharing more activities in the future.
Lastly, we have our school sports update. Boys soccer is currently in first place, and we had a big win against Incline High, showing again that this is our lake. They also had a big win yesterday against Yerington, with the end score being 10-1. And as much as we love collaborating, we also like a little bit of competition. And we're sad to say that we tied against Truckee 2 weeks ago under the lights. Lastly, we would like to invite everybody here tomorrow's home game against South Tahoe, which is expected to be a highly competitive game. See you there.
Girls soccer is currently in 4th place. They also had a big win against Incline and Yerington last night with a final score of 14-0. The upcoming games are against North Valleys and Truckee in the following weeks.
Girls volleyball is currently in 3rd place. They are coming off a big road trip with wins against West Wendover and Battle Mountain. They traveled to Silver Stage today and will play Coral Academy at home this Saturday.
Football got its first win of the season at West Wendover. The boys look to continue the momentum after a bye week this week. They will be attending a Stanford football game this weekend. Matchups are coming up against Silver Stage and Coral Academy.
Cross country is coming off a successful meet in Truckee at Ponderosa. They will travel to Reed High this week for a meet at Shadow Mountain.
Okay, guys, just one more page. Just kidding. Thank you for having us. As always, it is a pleasure to emphasize and recognize our students and staff's accolades and share our joy with you all. Thank you.
Those government classes were really fun to participate in. Thank you for having me. Okay, so thank you to all the schools for your updates. We will now be closing. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We have our superintendent's report.
And it's always such a tough act to follow after the student reports. You guys do a great job. So tonight I want to share 2 updates in our academic achievement area of our district strategic plan. As you know, one of the priorities in that area is making sure that we're providing an effective instruction for all students so they can pursue their pathways of personal interests. So there is a celebration, and I thought maybe North Tahoe was going to report this. The College Board just released their AP School Honor Roll recipients, and both Truckee High School and North Tahoe High School are on the list. Truckee High earned a silver award, and North Tahoe High School earned a gold award. This means that the schools are developing the AP program, which you heard the students talk about, that creates a college-going culture and gives students the opportunity to earn college credit and maximize their college outcomes. And you'll notice on North Tahoe, they have a second seal that says AP Access. They're being recognized for providing all students, including students from underrepresented populations, with a chance to participate in AP courses and exams. So congratulations to the staff at both sites for their dedication to providing all students with a rich, rigorous, and effective educational experience. Great news. So another success in academic achievement is the implementation of our new math curriculum. In the last 2 weeks, our educational services team has hosted 6 different grade level meetings. So this means all of the first grade teachers from across the district come together on one day here at the district office, and they were able to focus on the new math curriculum all day. They looked at priority standards, looked at their report card, looked at the curriculum scoping and sequencing, and looking at assessments. So there's been lots of positive feedback about those days. And then for the middle and high school math teachers, the Carnegie trainers went on site and met them at the school, and they had a chance to work with the trainer, ask questions, watch example lessons, or have the trainer observe them and provide feedback. So we really appreciate Ed Services team for providing this high-quality collaboration time and training on the new math curriculum. We do recognize that parents and families are important partners in student learning, so the Educational Services team has put together a series of math family nights provided by the curriculum companies, so families can learn more about the curriculum. And there were some math family nights last year too. But now that their students are really getting to know the curriculum, they'll be able to answer questions and take away some strategies of how to support math learning at home. So we're excited about those opportunities. And we have more to celebrate, this time in the support systems area. A priority there is continuing ongoing development of our systems and infrastructure. And thanks to our Food Services Director, Kat Soltemon, she applied for a grant with the California Department of Education, also known as CDE, and she is being provided with $200,000, and the project title is Sprout to Spoon, Nourishing Our School with Local Food. As you know, our food services team and our chefs love to do scratch cooking and source all of their food locally, so Kat, with the help from the CDE, has extra funds to keep making that happen. So we're really excited about that. So huge thanks to Food Services for that. And that concludes my update for tonight.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, congratulations to the food department. All right, so now we will be closing the open session and opening up our public hearing. And I will just ask for comments, correct? Yep. Okay. So I am asking for any public comment on the initial proposal to the Tahoe Truckee Unified School District regarding the 2024-2025 negotiations with TTEA. Okay, seeing none, I will move to the next item. Are there any public comments regarding the initial proposal for TTUSD regarding the 2024-2025 negotiations with CSEA? Okay. And the last one is, are there any public comments regarding the instructional materials and textbook sufficiency and insufficiency item? Okay. Seeing none then, I will close the public hearing and reopen our open session. Yes. Thank you for allowing me to mumble through that. All right, next item on the agenda is negotiations.
And for this, we'll turn to our Executive Director of Human Resources, Mr. Mike Shepard.
Thank you, Superintendent Kramer, Clerk Hennessy, members of the board, and staff. We're seeking, we're recommending approval for the sunshine articles from California School Employees Association to TTUSD, and they sunshined Article 5, Association Rights. They sunshined Article 16, Wages, and Article 17, Health and Welfare Benefits. And once again, upon approval, we will commence negotiations with CSEA. Any questions?
Any questions or comments from the board? Okay, how about from the public? All right, then this is an action item, so could we get a motion to approve these sunshine articles, please?
I'll move to approve the sunshine articles for CSEA.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, thank you. Next item?
Mr. Shepard?
Thank you. Similarly, we're seeking approval for TTEA's sunshine proposals to TTUSD, and they've opened Article 12, Health and Welfare Benefits, and Article 13, Wages. So with that, we're also seeking a recommendation for approval.
Any comments or questions from the board? Okay, how about from the public? All right, so also an action item. Could we get a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the sunshine articles from TTEA.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Great. Good work. Excited to move forward. All right, next item goes to educational services.
And for this, we'll turn to our Assistant Superintendent, Mrs. Shawn Roderick.
Thank you, Superintendent Kramer. Good evening, Clerk Hennessy, Board of Trustees, and community. Tonight, I have the honor of presenting Resolution 9-2024-2025, a resolution affirming sufficient textbooks and instructional materials for the 2024-2025 academic year. The information provided at the public hearing detailed the extent to which sufficient textbooks or instructional materials were provided to all students, including English learners in the Tahoe Truckee Unified School District. Sufficient textbooks or instructional materials means each student, including English learners, have a standard aligned textbook or instructional materials to use in class and to take home, which may include materials in digital format. Textbooks or instructional materials in core curriculum subjects should be aligned with state academic content standards and Common Core state standards adopted by the State Board of Education. It is the staff's recommendation the Board of Trustees adopt the following resolution, 9-24-2025. Thank you.
Any questions from the board or comments? Okay, any questions from the public? Comments? Okay, seeing none, could we get a motion, please?
I'll move to approve instructional materials and textbook sufficiency and insufficiency and approve resolution number 9-2024-25, a resolution affirming sufficient textbooks and instructional materials for 2024-25.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Great.
And for our next item, we will turn to our Executive Director of Student Services, Dr. Anna Marie Cohen.
Sorry. Thank you. Thank you, Superintendent Kramer. Tonight I'm presenting Resolution 10, 2024-2025, declaring October as National Bullying Prevention Month. National Bullying Prevention Month provides us with the opportunity to highlight this important topic as a district. This is an opportunity for TTUSD to bring awareness about the devastating impact and often long-term effects that bullying can cause in our nation's youth. Each October, we embrace the campaign that unites individuals around the nation and the world with a powerful message that bullying should never be a part of childhood. National Bullying Prevention Month is an opportunity to address and prevent bullying by encouraging everyone to act with kindness, acceptance, and inclusion. Every child has the right to feel safe and supported. Every employee of the Tahoe Truckee Unified School District is committed to the physical, social, and emotional well-being of students, and we want all of our students to make positive choices that lead to endless opportunities. Bullying is an unfortunate act that leads students to serious social and disciplinary consequences that we want to prevent. The Tahoe Truckee Unified School District staff is committed to actively addressing bullying, and this resolution will engage teachers and parents in raising awareness during the month of October. It is staff's recommendation the Board of Trustees adopt Resolution 10, 2024-2025, declaring October as National Bullying Prevention Month. Are there any questions?
Okay. So any comments? Okay. Let's go ahead and make a motion, please, to adopt the resolution.
I'll move to pass the resolution naming October as National Bullying Prevention Month.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Great. Next one.
Okay, thank you, Clerk Hennessy. So this resolution identifies the week of October 13th to 19th, 2024, to be celebrated as the Week of the School Administrator. Ms. Lapita, may we have the slideshow, please? This is a tribute to the pivotal role principals play in leading our schools and shaping the future of our nation's students. Although the resolution is for a specific week, the entire month of October is National Principals Month. So I hope that everyone will join me in extending our gratitude to our transformative leaders. And I encourage families and students to take a moment this October to thank their school administrator. So what we have here on the picture are all of our principals in TTUSD, including our charter school cells. And you can see Mrs. Larson was added on. Principals are very busy people, and it's hard to get them all at the same place at the same time. But we're very fortunate to have such a talented team of school leaders in our school district, so we're very grateful. So it is staff's recommendation that the board approve resolution number 11, 2024-25 for the week of the school administrator.
Okay, any questions or comments on this? All right, then let's approve this for these amazing humans.
I'll move to approve resolution number 11, 2024-25, week of the school administrator, October 13th through the 19th, 2024.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Yay. Thank you to all of our amazing principals and supporting staff, but to our principals. Okay, next item.
For CSA, our president, Melissa Cruz, let her know she was not available tonight and no updates.
Okay.
And then I believe for our TTA update, we'll be inviting up our vice president of the E-Board, Jen McMasters.
Yay.
Or secretary. Secretary, okay.
Good evening, board, everybody. My name is Jennifer McMaster. I am the PE teacher at Tahoe Lake Elementary School, and I'm also the secretary for the union. Quick report, so all things are going well. All schools had successful back-to-school nights. It's always fun meeting this year's parents and setting the scene for what students will be learning this year. We look forward to a very successful collaboration and bargaining season. We have 2 school shout-outs. Truckee Elementary had Wild Things Assembly, which is always a favorite, always a favorite. The students loved touching the alligator. SWEP has also visited Truckee Elementary. They completed different lessons depending on the grade level. First grade made seed bombs, and we're learning about the water cycle. Other grades learned about fish and river health. Both Truckee Elementary and Tahoe Lake third graders participated in Trails and Vista programs at Donner State Park, and the fifth graders, both schools' fifth graders, went to Sage Hen for a field trip. At at Tahoe Lake Elementary, we are gearing up for the walkathon coming up, and fundraising is going well. Our teachers did go to the release day for the Eureka Math, and there were positive comments coming back. They really, 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 really enjoyed having the whole district together. The collaboration of that made that, well. And they've also done all of our grade levels have done their walking field trip to Commons Beach, which for us is our safe space off campus. So all of our kids have at least made the trip once to be able to get there. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, now on to donations.
Yes, please. You can see we have a very generous community. So for our first item, we'll turn to Mrs. Roderick.
Thank you, Superintendent Kramer. The Optimist Club of Truckee has generously donated $3,000 for the Sage Hen Outdoor Education Program. The Sage Hen Outdoor Education Program is a partnership between TTUSD, Sage Hen Creek Field Research Station, Sierra Watershed Education Program, and Shane McConkey Foundation. This is a unique outdoor education program for several reasons. Classes are taught by outdoor educators. The program provides students with standard-based learning environments from their own backyard. Students learn a variety of skills and gain knowledge about many different topics. It is the staff's recommendation the Board of Trustees accepts this generous donation.
Okay. So can we get a motion to accept that donation, please?
I'll move to accept the donation from the Optimist Club for the Sage Hen Outdoor Education Program of $3,000.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Great. Next one, please.
Mrs. Roderick.
Thank you. The Optimist Club of Truckee has generously donated $1,000 for the Alder Creek Middle School's Grizzly Ranch program. Grizzly Ranch fosters a strong sense of community among ACMS sixth graders. From the experience at Grizzly Ranch, students have an enriched learning experience through hands-on and outdoor activities, impacting both personal and academic development. It is the staff's recommendation the Board of Trustees accepts this generous donation.
Okay, could we get a motion, please?
Well, since our kids are going to this year, I'll go ahead and do it. Make a motion to accept the donation from Optimist Club for Alder Creek Middle School's Grizzly Ranch program.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, I would wait to the end, but I just have to say, all the upcoming donations that we are going to accept today are all from the Optimist Club of Truckee for various Truckee schools. We are so, so grateful for your support. Thank you very, very much.
Mrs. Roderick.
Thank you. The Optimist Club of Truckee has generously donated $1,000 for the Alder Creek Middle School's AVID program. AVID empowers middle schoolers to take charge of their learning, cultivating essential skills in critical thinking, writing, collaboration, and reading, equipping them more than ever to thrive not just in high school, but also in life ahead. It is the staff's recommendation the Board of Trustees accepts this generous donation.
Okay, could we get a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the donation from the Optimist Club of Truckee for the Alder Creek Middle School's AVID program.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, one more for Mrs. Roderick.
Thank you. The Optimist Club of Truckee has generously donated $1,000 for the Alder Creek Middle School's music band. Alder Creek's remarkable band program nurtures students' musical talents. It cultivates a collaborative spirit as they learn to read music and play an instrument while creating a rich and rewarding experience for student growth and development. It is the staff's recommendation. The Board of Trustees accepts this generous donation.
Can we get a motion, please?
I will move to accept the donation from the Optimists for the Alder Creek Middle School's music band, and my compliments to Ms. Tomasello over there, who runs a great program.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, for the next item, we turn to Dr. Cohen.
Thank you. The Truckee Optimist Club generously donated $2,000 to assist low-income and homeless students with supplies and resources. This donation will be used to support students across all TTUSD schools who have a variety of needs. It is staff's recommendation the Board of Trustees accept this generous donation.
Can we get a motion?
I'll move to approve the donation from the Optimist Club.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, for our final one, we're going to turn to our Assistant Superintendent Chief Business Officer, Mr. Todd Rivera.
Thank you, Superintendent Kramer, Clerk Hennessy, members of the board. So we bring to you this donation from the Optimist Club for $1,500 to support the Truckee High School Stadium lights. And the lights at Truckee High Surprise Stadium have kind of become a little bit of a tradition over the last few years, and we've had several donors and community members over the years that have supported that so that the football team can have night games on Fridays. But as you saw with the student report earlier, it's also supporting other sporting events such as soccer. So staff recommends that the board accepts this donation.
Can we get a motion?
I'll move to accept the donation from Optimist for the Truckee High School Stadium lights.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Great, and I believe that's the final donation. And again, if you're keeping score, they were all from the Optimist Club of Truckee. Thank you again very much for your very generous spirit for our students.
Yeah, and I'd like to add, I know that as you go around town in our community throughout the course of the year, you'll see the Optimists out there conducting a number of different fundraisers, and I encourage people in our community to participate or donate or help them out with their different fundraisers. If I'm not mistaken, I think they'll be selling trees in the Save Mart parking lot come December. So, good place to get a tree if you need one.
Great, okay, next item is our consent agenda. Does the staff have anything to pull from this agenda,
No
Superintendent?
items.
Okay, how about the board? Any items pulled from the agenda? Okay, then could we get a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, great.
Okay, our next item, we are turning to Mr. Shepherd.
Thank you. This is MOU number 1 with TTEA, and it is a renewal of the MOU from last year, which provides compensation for teacher class coverage in case we don't have a sub. And although we are increasing our sub numbers, we always still run a little short, and we're grateful to our teachers for agreeing to this agreement and being able to have cover classes in need, and this is a recognition for that effort. And so we're recommending approval. Any questions?
No questions or comments? Okay, so we need to take a vote, or make a motion, to approve the MOUs.
I'll move to approve the MOU with TTEA regarding compensation for teacher class coverage.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 The next item is also Mr. Shepherd.
Thank you. MOU number 2 with TTEA is also a renewal from last year about changes to personal necessity days. And these were written as one-year MOUs so that we could gather information. And what we discovered by allowing teachers to increase their number of PN days to 4, that we did not see a significant increase in utilization or any attempts to skirt the rules or do anything. We're very grateful to our members and the teachers for bringing this need to us and then really sticking to the spirit of what we're trying to accomplish. So with that, we're recommending approval.
Great. Is there a motion?
I'll move to approve the MOU 2425 number 2 with TTEA, change to personal necessity days.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
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 And for our next item, we'll turn to Dr. Cohen.
Okay, thank you. This is an info action item. TTUSD is presenting a proposed new job description for a classified management physical therapist position. The position is new to TTUSD. Previously, the district contracted with a non-public agency for these services to students. We no longer have that contract. So this prompted a need to create a district position in order to be able to provide physical therapy services to our students. So are there any questions? No? So it's staff's recommendation that this job description be approved.
Okay, so actually I have a comment. I should have included this in the homework and I didn't for everyone's sake, but I did talk to you. I was going to say Dr. Cohen, but I talked to Superintendent Kramer directly because I didn't understand the physical therapist. So I just want to clarify for any families watching the meeting that it's not a physical therapist for our sporting students, our sports, or our athletes, I should say. It's for, and I'm not going to say the correct name for the population, so could I bounce that back to you?
These are special education services provided to students who are eligible to receive special education and related services, and a physical therapist is a related service provider that provides those students the services they need based upon their IEPs, or their individualized education plans.
Thank you for clarifying that. Okay, so could we get a motion, please, to approve this job description?
I just want to say that's a very creative solution, too, to bring it in-house when you realize that you don't have the services outside. So I think with that, I will make a motion to approve the proposed new job description for a physical therapist.
Is there a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
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 And for our next item, we're going to turn to Mr. Rivera.
Thank you. So tonight, we're very excited to bring a contract to you with Education Housing Partners. Education Housing Partners is a nonprofit organization that has assisted many school districts throughout California in just addressing affordable housing for their employees. So what this contract entails is a feasibility study, specifically looking at the vacant areas of the Alder Creek Middle School property, and just really doing a feasibility study on any type of building constraints, assessing the property, looking at conceptual residential layout plans, and then also coming up with building cost and financing options for the district on what that looks like to do an affordable housing project on those areas of that Alder Creek parcel. So this is something that we're doing in collaboration with the Tahoe Truckee Workforce Housing Agency. We're not only going to look at what we can do to meet the needs of our own employees, but also other members of the JPA as well. So we're really excited about this. This is kind of the first major step in really looking at and addressing affordable housing for our staff. And EHP has a long-standing history and a very good reputation in doing these types of feasibility studies. So this is kind of the first big step in looking at this and understanding what it would take to actually build residential units on that property. I should also mention that the total contract value is approximately $85,000. That is sometimes on the lower end of the feasibility study, so if cost creep up, we will bring back to the board any amendments to that contract. Also, Tahoe Truckee Workforce Housing Agency, or excuse me, Truckee Tahoe Workforce Housing Agency has also contributed $50,000 to this agreement. And Heidi Volkart Alstead is here. She's the executive director of the Joint Powers Authority. And if you wanted to make any comments.
Green light.
Green light, there we go. Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me. Heidi Alstead, Executive Director for the Truckee Tahoe Workforce Housing Agency. Good to see all of you. And just to add on to what Todd was saying, we're really excited about this collaboration. I know that you've been waiting patiently for the development project to get off the ground, and this is a great first step, and we're excited to continue this work and really enjoy our partnership with TTUSD. So thank you for that. I'm here for any questions. If you have any questions regarding the process, I'm here. So, thank you.
Thank you. Does the board have any comments or questions?
No.
No specific questions, but I think this is an exciting opportunity for the district, and I know that the staff have been working on this for a really long time. The Workforce Housing Agency, all the partners have been looking at this, and it's such a unique opportunity for the community. So I hope that as this feasibility starts to reveal some additional information, that our families will be engaged in the process and be interested. Ultimately, having district staff in the community where they work is ideal on so many fronts. It meets so many of the district's objectives. So I know it can be scary sometimes to see these numbers, $85,000, but this is an expert firm. I did look them up. And they definitely have created this wing within their development division specifically to help school districts and other public agencies do work like this. And I think that the state of California has set the stage already, encouraging districts to take this on themselves too, which is maybe feels sometimes like it's outside of the scope of what a school district would do, but it's really not. Like I said, it meets so many of the district's objectives of supporting students, having staff, in the areas where they're teaching, making them available and being part of the community. You see your teachers, you see your janitors, everyone, out in the community. It's just kind of reinforces that sense of community within the district anyway. So I think this will get some interesting information out of this, and hopefully it will show that this is going to be a feasible study. I did kind of, when I first read it, look at the word political a little bit and kind of pulled back, because I think the way that was worded in here didn't make a ton of sense to me, but I think in the context when you read the contract, it's really just more about the feasibility of this, like talking to the neighbors, getting a sense of, what the general politics are for a project of this, because it's unique and because people currently associate, a school at this site and not necessarily housing. And I think that's all just due diligence. So I think overall, the scope covers what is necessary to kind of do that background due diligence for a future potential project. So it's good to see.
Two more things, if I could. Thank you, Danielle. That's great. And one of the things with EHP is that they're experts in really the financial component of these projects. So we are able to tap into that resource, which will be great for this project. And also, we will be conducting a survey with the school district, not only the school district, but our other JPA members as well, to really gauge what is their need for housing specifically, not only including the public, but also really getting a feel for what our teachers and employees could afford as well. So, thank you.
Any other comments? No? I'm happy that this is moving forward. I became jaded through the JPA process and the financial investment, and this just finally feels like, okay, yes, we're doing another assessment or, survey, and I feel like there are so many agencies doing similar work that, yeah, I became jaded very, very quickly, but I'm excited that this is focused on TTUSD property to serve TTUSD staff needs, and I trust the cabinet, and I trust our superintendent, so let's just not take 10 years to do a survey, please. Okay, great. I believe this was just information, correct?
No, it's an action. This is contract.
Okay, let me get to where we are here. Yes, thank you. All right, is there a motion to approve this agreement?
I'll do it. I'll make a motion to approve the agreement with EHP Inc. for workforce housing feasibility study.
Is there a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Great. Okay, good deal. Very exciting. All right, board policies.
And for these items, we'll turn to Mr. Mike Shepard.
Thank you. And these next 6 policies are all HR, so in the interest of time, if I can briefly speak to each one, if that's acceptable.
Yes.
So the first 2, 4111 and 4112.5, have to do with really a change in the law about cannabis in California not being an illegal substance. So we can't put on an application about that, inquire about usage, prior usage convictions, and we don't anyway, but this would just reflect a change if we did. And also, a little bit more complicated, the second policy deals with criminal background checks. And so when we fingerprint all employees, prospective employees, and I get the report, and it's confidential, and if it does have an arrest, and the arrest involved cannabis use, and it was a felony, then there are conditions that now I have to follow. For example, if the court set it aside, or if they rehabilitated and there's a certificate of rehabilitation, then of course we would hire the employee. They would be, if it was either 5 years removed from the incident or 1 year in case of a rehabilitation. The only provision this would not apply to our school bus employees, because they fall under the Federal Department of Transportation. So that it's kind of where the two are at conflict, but federal law prevails. The third policy really just briefly updates some related PERB cases that talk about taking action against employees that are in union concerted activities. And so it just basically clarifies that we can't put people on leave for that if they're engaged in a lawful union practice, like a strike or a picket line or something to that effect. The other 3 policies, the next 2 are really just grammatical changes and update in language, being just more inclusive language in our policies. The CSBA typically does that. And then the last one really talks about employee safety, and with the passage of the Workplace Violence Prevention Bill, that just informs the districts that we now have these policies in place, and updates our language to that effect. So with that, any questions?
No questions or comments for Mr. Shepard?
No questions, but I appreciate having them all grouped together under the same subject. That makes them a lot easier for us to understand, so I thought that was really helpful.
Okay, so I believe we are moving on to board business. So do we want to start over there, Mr. Mooney?
I don't really have any comments now. I was thinking about what to talk about, and we're just kind of moving along in the school year, and everything seems to be going well. We got the report from the kids about the open houses going well and so on. So, I mean, I think we're all doing a great job. Thank you to everyone.
Yeah, I didn't have anything specific either. I've been going to some Truckee High volleyball again. That's my life now. Super fun. I love it. And then just recognizing the Optimist Club of Truckee. So, $9,500 is such a big amount. And you're right, it's, all that money, kind of comes from community members. And I just feel like we have such a generous community. And when I say community, that's us at large, like within our district, that's willing to support our students. And it's just so amazing. So, yeah, I love the positivity of that.
Yeah. How about you? Nothing?
Nothing really to report other than thanking again the Optimist Club for their generosity.
Yeah?
I'm excited about the workforce housing.
Yes.
It's about time. Yeah.
Yes. I would just share that I attended the North Tahoe School Back to School Night. I liked their process this year. I didn't go last year, but I believe they started it last year, right? Yeah. It was a great back to school. I love seeing the parents really involved and the energy of the staff. It's a long day for them. And I just really enjoyed that new process that they had. And then today, I participated in the Placer County Voter Outreach Program, which I believe you're going to tomorrow at North Tahoe High School, and that is to educate students as they're approaching 18 that they can register, should register, and hopefully should vote. And that was a fun program to be a part of. And the energy in the classrooms was amazing, but we have some really engaged, curious young adults in our high schools, and I was really proud to be there to witness their energy, if that makes any sense. And the last thing I would say is from that conversation with those students came the new cell phone policies came up. So I got to witness firsthand how the students turn in their cell phones. And I have to say, I put myself in their shoes, and I have to say that the teacher's attitude toward it sets the tone. In the classroom I was in, shout out to Miss J, it was just so matter of fact, so respectful of them, so reminding them like, hey, this how I don't even want to get into details because I could talk about it for 20 minutes. It was so cool, but and from the voter registration piece and observing the phones, check-in, one of the questions that came up by a student was, had the Board of Education, our local board, had we considered when we take away the phones that we also take away their music, and how it's been proven, and they even talked about their psychology class, I believe it was, how they studied that music helps with comprehension and retention and studying, and so then when you're taking the test, you can refer back to a playlist and it helps you make that connection. So I admitted that we had not discussed it, we had not talked about it at all, and I did invite the student to write us emails to come for public comment. And, I said I'd bring it up at tonight's meeting, but the rest was up to her, so we might be hearing from her and others. But yeah, that was just super engaged classes, and yeah, it was, I was just so proud to be there and see how rad our kids are, and yeah. Anyway, so does anyone have anything else? All right, well, with that, I think we can adjourn. Yeah? Okay, thank you.